Hello, my name is Daquan Hearn, and I am giving informational speech on zombie films. The first film I would like to talk about is Night of the Living Dead. This film was made in 1968. It was a black and white film, a black and white American film that was directed by George A. Romero. This movie was first premiered on October 1st, 1968. This film was on a $114,000 budget and produced a $30 million. Um, the plot of this film was Barbara and her brother Johnny travel from Pittsburgh by car to the countryside and to visit their dead father at a cemetery. Um, their trip to the cemetery, they are attacked by this strange man, and strange man kills Johnny. His sister Barbara then flees, runs to the car, locks the doors and windows, and meets up with a man named Ben. Ben and Barbara go to a farmhouse on the countryside and meet up with a group of people in the basement. They then find a shotgun and a radio, and then find out later on that a satellite returning from Venus has picked up so much radiation it affects everyone on the planet and activates dead bodies' brains, eventually turning them into zombies. Another film that was made 28 days later, a English post-apocalyptic film directed by Danny Boyle. The plot depicts the breakdown of society following the accidental release of a highly contagious virus, which is rage. Now, this film pretty much did the same thing as Night of the Living Dead. It ran on a $8 million budget and produced $37.3 million. This film was definitely made a lot of money as well. One of my favorite films, Wreck, a Spanish film that follows a night shift of a fire team that goes into an apartment building. Law enforcement then calls in a quarantine crew and locks down the apartment complex, which then gave those people that went inside the apartment building, law enforcement and fire department, go into the apartment building. They're then locked inside and they have a choice to make, which is try and leave the apartment building and get shot, or stay in and fight the infected. Now, what made this film very different was that no one survived. Everyone died, and that was the end of the film. Um, that film put zombie making on the map. There's been a lot of independent zombie filmmakers out there that's been trying to copy the same thing and do their own films of zombies. If you look at those kind of films, you can see their scenes and you can tell right away where they got that scene from. They'll just copy it off of another zombie film, like 28 Days Later. And 28 Days Later came out with another film 28 weeks later, made, I believe, $40 million budget. That film was all over the news, all over the media. It was one of the best zombie films that came out that time. I think it was around 2007, right? Yeah. And another film that came out, the recent one, was World War Z. Apparently these zombies are a lot more smarter. They pile up on each other and figure out ways to kill people better. That is the conclusion of my film. Thank you for